the wind in Arendelle changed. It was subtle at first, snow that lingered longer, a chill that crept into warm rooms, and whispers in the trees that spoke Elsa's name. But Elsa was gone. Or so everyone believed. Anna stood on the castle balcony, wrapped in a cloak of midnight blue. She stared out at the field, the moonlight casting silver trails across the water. "I feel her," she whispered. "Every night, in the wind." Kristoff joined her, silent. Even he had stopped trying to explain what couldn't be explained. Olaf had taken to sleeping by the old sleigh, saying, "Just in case she returns." But deep down, they all knew, something was returning. In the forest, Gale, Elsa's old wind spirit companion, lashed across the branches. It carried frost, tiny snowflakes that shimmered with more than beauty, they shimmered with warning. In Artohallen, the river no longer slept. Its icy walls trembled, as though holding back a great force. The guardians of the enchanted forest called upon Queen Anna. "The balance is not stable," said Yelena, the Northuldra elder. Anna traveled north with Olaf and Kristoff, braving the mist-covered mountains. When they reached the forest's heart, Gale circled her, wild and frantic. "Gale, what is it?" Anna asked. Suddenly, the ground cracked. A cold wind burst upward, and from the mist stepped a figure of frost and light. It looked like Elsa, but not quite. Her hair floated as if underwater, her eyes glowed like the stars. The spirit introduced herself as Iselle, a mirror of Elsa born from her sacrifice. Not her clone, not her ghost, but her echo. When Elsa gave herself to the spirit realm, she became part of the wind, water, fire, and earth. Anna stepped closer, heart pounding. "Are you her?" I remember her love, her fear, her final wish. But I am not her. Olaf's eyes filled with icy tears. "She left behind a snowflake, and it became you." While Anna grappled with the spirit's arrival, messengers from the south brought grim news. Weselton had raised a new fleet. They blamed Arendelle's magic for a long winter ruining their crops and were preparing for war. Anna returned to the castle, now queen not just of Arendelle, but of an uncertain realm. Kristoff read from a scroll. "They demand you surrender the forest, and the spirit." Anna clenched her fists. "We gave everything for peace. And now they want war." "Then give them winter," whispered a voice from the wind. Anna turned. Iselle stood at the doorway, frost trailing behind her. As the navy of Weselton approached, Iselle rose above the sea, arms outstretched. Waves froze mid-motion. Arrows turned to snow. Even time seemed to slow. "Let them see what true balance looks like," she spoke. But Anna, wise and brave, stepped between the armies and the storm. "Enough," she cried. "We've all lost someone to fear. But today, I choose to fight not with fire, but with truth." She held up the ancient map of Northuldra, showing how the land had always been shared. She showed Elsa's writings. Her last message: peace is not given by magic. It is chosen by those brave enough to trust. Moved by her words, and by the miracle of Iselle, the enemy lowered their flags. The war ended before it began. That night, Arendelle lit candles not for a coronation, but for memory. Anna stood on the balcony, handing Kristoff's, Olaf beside them, as Iselle rose into the wind. "Where will you go?" Anna asked. "Where I'm needed," Iselle smiled. "But I'll always return with the snow." The first snowflake of winter landed in Anna's palm. It shimmered with warmth. And in the distance, a whisper, "I'm still with you."